fulani hapa.
Wapi?
Kwa TAFA. Kwa TAFA.
Anaenda kuzikwa wapi?
Kwa Kisumu.
I grew up in this area of Kasarani. Life was not that easy. To finish schooling, it's a miracle in this place. So my name is Erick Ochieng. Having to come up of a family of many siblings, you could not get what you wanted. Everything was a struggle from A to Z. We used to take one meal a day. We used to go to school barefooted. Most children have been doing drugs as low as the age of 6. There are these friends of mine, Jimmy, Sammy, Bernard, Samson, all these were my schoolmates, and they came up with the organization called TAFA. At first they approached me to join them, but I was very reluctant. But they never gave up. They went on with the idea, started small and kept on. And so, because of these many struggles that I went as a child, I promised myself that in my adulthood, I'll be very sympathetic with anyone who goes through such kind of life. I do have that heart to help those who are struggling. One of the inspiring stories that made TAFA to be where it is the story of this guy, Jackton. Jackton Okech was 16 years old. And he was very jovial. Whenever you met him, you could just see a guy smiling with a lot of hope. Jackton used to ail from HIV. It is unfortunate that he got the disease from his parents who had died from the same disease. And as a young child, he never knew anything about his ailment until one day a test was conducted. And it took a lot of courage to disclose the status to him of what was ailing him. TAFA embraced him and became his home and his parent. He never knew any other brothers other than the guys he saw at TAFA. He never knew any other parents other than the leaders that he saw at TAFA. He used to attend a feeding program because no one was ready to take his responsibility. But now, he could not go to school when he could not get those ARVs. The guys in the feeding told him, if you are not going to go to school, we are not going to feed you. And so they made the life of the guy even more harder. When TAFA was brought into inception, they took him from the streets, took him to school, and we did a lot of counseling and talked to him, and he really hoped. And one day he came to my house and he just told me, I prayed, Ochieng, that God should expand your territory for what you are doing. I did not know that these were going to be one of the last words that I'll hear from Jackton. And one day he grew too weak and was rushed to the hospital. We discussed as the TAFA leaders on what to do to assist him and to take him out of hospital and even to get some medical bills for him. We were supposed to go at 1, but at around 11, we were told that Jackton is no more. This thing really passed deep in my heart, and I just felt very bad because I said, why now? We knew that we were going to mold this guy, we were going to bring a new hope to him, and in fact, he knew no other home. His home was TAFA. Other children were so moved by the death of Jackton, and even when we organized now for his burial, no one wanted to be left behind when we were going to bury him at his local home in Kisumu. The children from school and from TAFA all gathered together and made a procession. In fact, the streets of Kasarani came to a standstill. You would have thought that this is a son of a king who is going to be buried. And it touched the heart of many parents. In fact, many were wondering, what's this? I think in one way they saw what TAFA was doing, and in fact they just wondered, you don't have resources to do this, but you are doing it. You are helping. Whatever little you have, you are trying to make a change in the life of someone. The body was kept in church for 5 hours, and the school children never left Jackton alone. They stood beside his casket and they were there saying prayers and just telling God to keep his soul in eternal peace. And during his burial, relatives there were grateful for what TAFA was doing, and we felt moved. And in fact, it inspired us, and we said that never again shall this happen to any other child. And that's one of our driving motive. In fact, we asked ourselves as leaders, what can we do to keep Jackton's memory and to ensure that in future, no child that comes to TAFA will die because of lack of medical bills, because of lack of good care. So we said and we promised ourselves that we will work and we will pray hard and tell God to help us and open our doors to make sure that whoever comes here, because TAFA is a safe net for many, will find that rescue and will find that comfort. Every person is a person and everyone belongs in TAFA. And so we came up with an idea and started the Jackton Memorial Library. We have not only equipped books there, but we have equipped something that can transform you, which is Bible. Because many books can inform you, but only Bible can transform you. And we are happy to tell that since TAFA came in, a lot of children currently are in school. We have been encouraging those guys that have dropped from school to go back to school. And this has been happening. We have been preaching to them, we have been counseling them, and we've been telling them that this is not the way of life. You can make it on a different way. And we have seen TAFA doing this transformation. This is an answered prayer, and it's also like a dream come true because we can see a lot of things changing. Kasarani is changing and things are really happening. My great hope for TAFA in future is just to see these things going and growing even bigger, because we believe in a gentle way TAFA can shake the world. And as good stories of transformers will be written, I think TAFA will be somewhere in the map of the world.